Well, guys, we're not far from the election now, are we? Not far at all. I hope your preps are in order. I hope you're good to go as best of your ability to go. What is going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. On paper, it looks like Donald Trump should walk right into the office with 80% of the vote, but we all know that could not happen, right? Possibility, again. They say somewhere around 60 million is already early voted. I don't know if they're supposed to count those votes or not, but I will say if they've got that many voted already, that should be what? Close to half of the amount of the voters have voted, maybe a third of them. So it gives them an idea of where they need to be on election night to assure whoever wins gets the victory. I don't think we'll know who wins for a couple of days or possibly a week. And the longer that drags out, the more likely something's going to happen. If you're prepping and expecting mass chaos tomorrow night and you're not fully prepped, you're kind of out of time. You got time today to go pick up some water, filters, a little bit of food, right? But go vote tomorrow. It is your duty as a citizen to go vote. And I'll say it again, really our vote don't count because the Electoral College elects the president, and we know that. Now, is mass chaos going to break off tomorrow night? I don't believe it is. I believe we're going to have a little bit of time frame here. We may have some craziness happen in a few areas, but the longer they drag out of who wins this, the more likely something is going to happen. And no matter who wins, the other side's going to be mad here. We all know Donald Trump should just walk straight into the White House, right? He should have 70, 80% of the vote. You always got to remember 2020. You always got to remember that. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Guys, if this doesn't, I'm just going to say it. We've got to watch out for what Israel and Iran's going to do. We started hearing that they were going to do attacks before the election. Then they said, no, we don't want to, interfere with American election. Number one, why does that matter, right? But it will. If Trump wins, what will Biden and them do? We possibly could see an all-out war break out in the Middle East. We possibly could see they get the stuff going into Russia and Ukraine worse. They was practicing drills the other night at the Capitol, correct, to get their people out. You don't practice stuff that you don't expect to happen. Now, if they had practiced this like last February or something, you would be like, well, that, it's just a drill, which would be shocking because we've never seen it before. But it would be, well, they're just practicing. But a week before the election, come on, they're expecting something. I don't know who's going to win. I know on paper who should win, but at the end of the day, I don't know who they're going to select to be the president. I really don't. I don't. And we're getting at the point of where a lot of people think that we can vote our way out of what's going on right now. We're well beyond that point. If Donald Trump wins, you're just going to get a little bit of a reprieve for a little bit, right? You only get 4 years of them. If Kamala wins, guys, I feel that it's going to be those saying on like Donkey Kong as far as every country in the world is going to come after us because they know that we're weak, right? Donald Trump does show that he's a strong president. Now, will Donald Trump come in and stop the war in Russia and stop Iran and Israel? I think if Donald Trump wins, he will be all in for destroying Iran. I do. I think he'll be all in for that to at least take out their nuclear stuff and make a regime change in Iran. The Russia Ukraine with Trump, I don't know. One thing I know for sure is I hope if he wins, he quits sending money over there. That's y'all's war fighting. Some of you are going to say, we got to protect them because of this deal. No, we don't. We gave them what they need to protect themselves. Now they're wanting weapons, and we're giving them weapons that allows them to attack into Russia, which is the first thing we said we wouldn't do because that would be tantamount to the United States fighting Russia, and we would not do it. Basically a direct quote from Biden. Remember, no F-16s, no tanks, no offensive weapons. They got it all now, right? This is going to get very crazy very fast. If Harris wins, the Middle East, I think, will explode worse than it is now. I think Russia will make its big move. I'm not that concerned with China and Taiwan going at it. That's always been tensions there. Now, could it happen? Yes. Or it could just be all-out war everywhere, right? Everybody says, all right, we're going. I've always told you, all these countries, we like to think that they don't talk. We like to think that they're mad at each other. There's deals being made all the time. What do you think? Ask yourself this. Israel attacks Iran. Iran attacks Israel. You're like, yeah, But here, how many days go by before one or the other attacks each other after they've been attacked? Never in history have we seen that. If you attack us, we immediately attack you. That's war, right? This is like a delayed reaction. Let's see what we can get out of other countries' money, weapons, and things like that before we do anything. We're broke as a country. Trillions, what, 30 something trillion dollars in debt that can never be paid back. I don't care who the president is. I don't care what they say, that can never be paid back. There's not even probably that much money in the world, right? We're that far in debt. All we're doing is buying ourselves a little breathing room. That's all we're doing if we get Trump elected. If Harris wins, guys, it could be terrible. Terrible. What do I think the Republicans will do if Harris wins? Gripe and complain, not do a whole lot. You'll have little areas that might something happen, right? But as far as an all-out civil war, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, if Trump wins, what's Harris's supporters going to do? We know what they're going to do. We've seen what they did during the Summer of Love protest, right? They get a little angry and they tear stuff up. The majority of the Republicans, they'll complain, they'll gripe, but yet at the end of the day, they'll just keep going on about their day and paying their taxes, right? I think that'll keep going through. But this could be the one point that says, nope, that's the end of that. I don't know. But I will tell you this. A lot of people think if the world goes crazy, you're not going to have to pay your taxes or anything. You still have to pay your damn taxes. Plain and simple. Depression, had to pay your taxes. Every war, had to pay your taxes, right? So get it out of your head that it's going to be Mad Max tomorrow or this week. You know, we're going to be out here in our underwear fighting over gas. It's not going to be that bad for a while. Now, if you're not prepared for anything to happen and something does, that's the issue. It does not have to be an event like this right here happening. It could be as simple as you get sick, somebody in your family dies, God forbid, or something, you lose your job. You need a little nest egg. It used to be a nest egg of money, right? But now you need a nest egg of food and water and supplies and stuff like that. You are out of time if you're expecting something to happen tomorrow that's going to throw us off into the apocalypse. You know, the very best you could do today, if you're watching this, run out and get you some water. Run out and get you a water filter. Get you a way to make fire. Freedom seeds, protection, whatever you can do. I will say that in my area, a lot of people I know that has tried to purchase a freedom weapon has been delayed over the past about 6 to 7 days here. I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get freedom weapons, right? So they're getting delayed. They're probably overwhelmed with them. But if you live in a major city where protests have went on before, you know what to do. You know the places to avoid. You need to buckle down and stay home. Like go boat, come home. If you're going to your bug out, I hope you practice this weekend on getting to your bug out locations, different routes and things like that. If you're going to your bug out location, I'm not telling you to, but if you're going, go boat and go to your bug out location, right? I'm not saying you got to stay there or nothing like that, but I would definitely keep my head on a swivel for a couple of days because I don't think we're going to know who wins this election for a while. And when we do know, it'll get tied up in court. It'll go to this court. We got to recount this. We got to recount that. Oh, this is illegal. That's illegal. You got to remember, they don't want me and you to be able to complain about the election. They want us just to sit back and accept what they tell us, right? On paper, Trump should walk in, no problem. He should just strut on in there, right? We know that could change overnight, right? Guys, I'll tell you what I did this weekend. I topped up all my fuel jugs. I topped up, got extra oil and things like that for small engines. Nothing that we don't already have, but I made sure everything was topped up. Got a few things in case we got to get to the bug out location. We got all that lined up. That's just little stuff we do. We use it as a practice. If something really bad happens. Now, I'm not telling you something bad's happening, but I am telling you that the potential of something bad happening is very, very high right now. Very high. Higher than it has ever been. Higher than January 6th. Higher than that. We're at a high potential of something major happening. You've got to keep your head on a swivel when you're out in public, especially after tomorrow. I want you prepared and looking around all the time, right? But after tomorrow, you really got to keep that head on a swivel. You got to be aware of everything around you. I know that's hard to do sometimes, but you need to be more into it. Like, I really need to pay attention to what's going around because violence could pop off anywhere at any time, regardless of who wins this election. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to do a video probably around this time. Of course, we won't know who's winning or who won the election, but we'll do another video. But guys, stay safe. please stay safe. I hope you're prepared in case something does happen, because your time's up if tomorrow does spark it all off. Guys, do the best you can do. Like I said, if you're looking over and you're like, well, I need to go get some water, go get it. You know, go get it. Or I need to go, you know what you need. I'm not telling you to go spend your credit cards up or nothing like that. But, make sure you got water in your vehicles, flashlights in your vehicle, a bug out bag in your vehicles at all times here for a while. It's just where we're at in America. You're going to have to do that. Guys, stay safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person can do it. Go vote tomorrow. Set back wherever you're going, and let's see the craziness that happens and see how long it takes it to happen. I'm not saying the world's going to go crazy like full-blown war everywhere, but there is the possibility that something like this could happen. It's higher now than it has ever been in my lifetime. Stay safe. Keep prepping. We're really windy today. Maybe you can see it, and I'm sorry if the sound is not that good. Y'all know I don't edit my videos. I just shoot them and upload them and just give you my opinion on things. But comment on this video. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think is going to happen. Do you think I'm completely wrong? That whoever wins, they're just going to conduct, yeah, we won, all right, and go on in the office and the world's going to keep turning, everything's fine? Or do you think no matter who wins, shit's fixing to hit the fan, right? Stay safe, keep prepping.